Open up the OJ, pop. It's Ham House, come on. Welcome to Ham House. No such thing as too loud. We can't even slow down. We about to roll out. Welcome to Ham House. Time to take control now. Putting kids in time out before we pull our arrow out. Welcome to Ham House. Hey, welcome to Ham House.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ham House Sports. It's Big Matt and Little Matt, and we are glad to be back with another episode of What's Up with Ham House Sports. Big Matt, I told you last week. Dad, I told you last week, I'm probably the happiest I've been with the position we are in with Ham House Sports right now.
And why is that?
We got some pretty stinking cool cards, but another reason I'm pretty happy is now we have these Ham House Sports stickers. We just
I know
haven't
you're not
made-
happy just because of stickers, but the stickers are cool.
They're really cool.
So
And if you want some of these cool stickers, we are giving them away.
yeah, we'll tell everybody in just a second. So you're happy because of the position we're in with cards,
And
right?
the stickers.
You're not happy because of the stickers,
And the stickers.
but the stickers are cool, and it's cool because of like the whole thing that's kind of happening
Yeah.
with Ham House Sports. Like you came to me a year ago. We're at our 1 year anniversary, and you were like, "Dad, I think I want to do sports cards, and I want to set a goal to go from zero to $10,000." And so one of the things that's really been neat is we've blown that goal out of the water.
Yeah.
But like this whole thing has emerged with Ham House Sports, where it's like me and you and a dad and a son getting to do stuff together. But we're making like really neat connections online. People are watching our videos. People are reaching out. We're helping people with their purchases. We're helping people with grading. Like there's so much more than just
Yeah.
cool cards.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's where the stickers come in.
But
So
there's
it's like
nothing cooler than these cool Ham House Sports stickers.
you sound like a salesman.
I'm
So
not trying to be a salesman. It's just cool.
yes, but we want to give these away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things we'd love to do is give you guys some stickers. So if you're following us on Instagram or on YouTube, send us a private message or a DM and just say, "Hey, would love some stickers," and send us your address.
Yep.
And we'll get a couple of these out in the mail. Also, if you buy a card from us on Instagram or Facebook, or if you buy a card on eBay, we're going to start including these in those purchases.
Mhm.
So you guys can rep Ham House Sports wherever you are. And we certainly appreciate it. But for me, it's more about like the bigger thing of Ham House Sports.
Yeah.
Like it's about our family, and it's about our love for sports and our ability to connect.
Yeah.
And that being said, we'll get to this in the end, but we got Ham House College Game Day,
Coming up.
which is like a whole other segment of Ham House Sports
Yep.
and what we're going to be doing. We've been talking about maybe starting a podcast.
Yep.
So there's just a ton of ideas that we've got right now that I never thought would be.
From a box of cards falling on my foot a year ago.
Yeah. So it's just super cool
Yeah.
to see. So that said, right now you're super pumped because we've got a lot of cards
Yeah.
at grading.
A lot of cards are grading and a lot of cards coming in the mail. A lot of really, really cool cards coming in the mail. And I'm so pumped about that. But today we had some cool cards come in the mail.
Yeah, we did. We actually had a good mail day today. So go ahead and let's show this. So this is kind of going to show you guys what we've been buying.
This is literally what we've been buying, really. Just this type of stuff.
So
So
go ahead and
you
show them.
You show it. Your arms are long.
All right. Well, I'll just keep it here so they can focus.
All
on
right.
So this is an Emmanuel Rodriguez, first Bowman blue, number to 150 auto, PSA 10. Okay. Prospect for the Minnesota Twins. We've got James Wood. This is his blue. Is this his blue?
Yep, True
Yep.
Blue PSN.
True blue. We've got another raw one of these coming in. And then we've got Ryan Clifford, prospect, just got traded to the Mets for the Max Scherzer, right?
Yep.
Scherzer
No,
did?
Justin Verlander.
Verlander.
Mhm.
He was the Verlander trade? Who did Scherzer go to?
Scherzer.
Verlander went back to the Astros,
Yeah.
and he went over there. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Did Scherzer get traded? Did I make that up?
I don't think so.
Okay. Anyway, I might have made that up. And then this is Xavier Isaac. This is a guy we got to meet in person, and this is his goal. So why, Matthew, let's tell everybody why we've been focused on baseball so much.
Well, baseball right now is, I'd say it's about to hit its peak when the playoffs start coming up. And so now's a good opportunity to buy before the peak hits. But right now, everybody's focused on football. Everyone's, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, and they're great players. Football's an amazing sport. Love watching it. Love collecting the cards. But baseball, a lot of people in the hobby are going to start focusing on baseball, and that's when the market's going to boom because everybody's going to be looking for cards. And if you got the cards, they're going to have to come through you to get the cards.
Yeah, so I think that there's a movement. Like I was reading a statistic the other day that the popularity of baseball right now is actually peaking.
Yeah.
So with Shohei Ohtani doing what he's doing, with names like Acuna, you had the
Ellie.
World Baseball Classic, Ellie De La Cruz. And again, it's a bad situation. We don't know the full details yet, but Wander Franco, like a lot of that in the news, it draws attention to the sport of baseball.
Yep.
And so baseball is kind of like this America's pastime thing. And cards have always been popular. But with the card hobby, it's like they moved from the NBA hype into the football hype. And I really think there's going to be a baseball hype.
I think there will be too. But another reason I think we should be buying this stuff is we went to the National, saw tons of amazing cards. But we didn't see tons of amazing baseball cards because there's not really many on the show floor.
Well, here's the thing is people are holding them.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of competition over the baseball prospect
A lot
market.
of people are holding them, but I think that like everybody is just going to start like that just shows you how low pop this baseball stuff is because
there's a supply. Like so all of cards is driven by hype and it's driven by supply and demand. And so when you've got hype around baseball and then a low supply, the high demand of cards, this is what you, I mean, Ellie De La Cruz is a perfect example.
Yeah.
When he comes out and debuts and hits for the cycle, like his card values went through the roof. And so for guys who are into prospecting, now you can lose, right? You could get into a prospect that doesn't debut or he debuts and doesn't do really well, but there's just opportunity. And I think more people are recognizing that. And so, you know, that's where we are. So that said, we've got a ton of cards, baseball prospects at grading. We've got a lot coming in and we're kind of staying in that routine. And Matthew, of all people, is going, Dad, I kind of like prospects.
And I bought, 4 prospect cards in the past week?
You did?
Yeah, I've been buying some prospects.
Got you some Jackson Holiday coming in?
Yep. Holiday's the man. He's the man.
He is. So it's cool. So anyway, that's kind of like an update on where we've been going. So make sure you send us your info for the stickers and then the prospecting thing. So that said, we want to jump into a segment.
New segment.
Yep, that we're going to call
this
or that.
So you started off, all right?
So this is where Matthew and I go back and forth with each other, and you got to choose this or that. Okay.
Okay.
So Matthew, speaking of prospects, Bowman Blue or Bowman Gold?
Well, it looks cool. Or what would I rather have?
This or that, blue or gold? 5, 4, 3, 2,
Gold.
1. Gold?
I think blues look cooler. I just love gold.
I like gold. Okay, next, you're up.
All right. So, Steph Curry, Topps rookie, PSA 10, or Jackson Holiday, True Gold, BGS 9.5.
Curry 10.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The Holiday's probably an 8K card. The Curry's only like a 6K card.
Curry 10. I know. It's just a Curry 10.
Yeah.
It's just a Curry 10. I mean, a Jackson Holiday Gold would be sick, but okay, this or that. I answered it. Steph Curry. All right, next, this or that. All right, Jackson Holiday or Jackson Churio?
Holiday.
Holiday?
Holiday. I think there's no doubt about it, honestly. I love Churio. We have some Churio, but what Holiday is doing right now has never been done. The last player that's done it was Juan Soto, and that was 8 years ago. And look what he's doing now. Like, I mean, he's doing stuff that's just incredible, and he's going to be something big one day. So, Holiday.
All right. Next.
All right. So, Ronald Acuna Jr., True Blue Auto first, PSA 1010, or Ohtani Bowman Chrome Base Auto Batting BGS 9.5. 2 cards we've owned before. Which card would you rather have? Acuna 1010 or Ohtani Base 9.5?
That's tough.
Yep. 2 MVPs, by the way.
Personally, I'd rather have the Acuna because it's numbered.
Yep.
And because the 1010 on the population. So I made that decision based on the numbered and the population
You know what's
count.
stupid? One of them does 4K more than the other one.
It is. The thing is, though, is from a player standpoint, Ohtani has that generational type thing. Acuna's sick, but so again, my answer to your question would be the 1010 blue.
All right.
Matthew, this or that?
Okay.
Buying on eBay or buying off eBay?
Off eBay.
Why?
Number one reason is you don't set a comp. So when you set a comp, it's like, oh, how much for that? Yeah, this. Well, the last one did 6. I bought that card. I know I can't pay you more than 80% comp. So that's one of the big reasons, probably.
That's going to lead us into our next segment where we talk about hobby advice and paying strong. But you know what I'm saying? I'm actually saying buy on eBay right now. And you know why?
I think we should be buying.
It's no nonsense. I'm honestly tired of the nonsense of off eBay purchases.
The Instagram clowns?
Matthew, that's not kind. It's not Instagram
Not
clowns.
everybody clowns on
I know what
Instagram.
you're saying, but there's a lot. Let's rephrase that. There are people who are trying to get in the hobby who don't understand professionalism and they don't understand like paying strong and that kind of stuff. And so it ends up wasting a lot of your time. So yes, that's what I'm talking about. We'll probably prefer to talk about it a little bit differently. But the reality is I'd almost rather deal with eBay because it's just no nonsense.
And you don't have to message people. So you make an offer, they make it back, and it's like not like LOL post on the story.
I get eBay fees. I understand all that. But listen, I'm kind of cutting to the point and just saying, here, listen, let's do this. This is the price. Move on. So
eBay, anyway. PWCC, alt, gold, and all that stuff.
So next.
Last one. Trey Turner Orange, BGS 9.5, or James Wood True Blue PSA 10. That's the toughest one in my opinion.
No, I mean, you're sticking to cards and making me go this or that on cards, and
I thought it was going to be cards.
No, that's fine. That's nothing wrong with that. I say Turner because I think personally, I think James Wood's hype is going to be coming out into the league, but I still think Turner has a lot more in his career to prove, and I think that there's long-term sustainability. He's already got a batting title. So if I'm going low population again on a Turner Orange over a James Wood Blue.
All right.
It's my decision.
This or that with Ham House Sports.
We're going to keep doing that. That'd be a good little episode.
I think it is too.
All right. So that's saying we're going to move into another segment here. This is going to be talking about hobby advice. Okay. This is just our opinion on some hobby advice we're going to give people. Okay. And we're going to talk today about paying strong.
Yes.
Okay. This is something that I kind of lecture you on a lot, and you argue with me a lot about it, about paying strong on cards. Okay. So tell me, Matthew, what do you think is the reasonable percentage of comp that someone should pay for a card and why?
I think somewhere in the neighborhood of 85 to 90%. And the reason is if you sell a card on eBay, it gets you 87% of what you sold it for, right? So that's already 87. But you have to package it, ship it, like all that stuff. And, so I think 85 to 90% is a fair number and you don't have to deal with like eBay and like, oh, like we've had some cards that like the buyer doesn't pay on eBay and stuff like that. And they retract their offer and stuff. But on Instagram, they make an offer, or Facebook or anywhere like that. I think 85 to 90% would be a fair number to pay on a card.
Do you pay 85 to 90% on cards? You think you do?
Unless it's like a card that the guy's asking lower, but if the guy's asking at comp, I'll probably offer in the 85 to 90% range.
Okay. So that's
but if the guy's asking like 40% comp, yes, I'll take it at 40% comp.
So yeah. So what do you think most people think they should pay on cards?
70 to 75.
70 to 75?
Yes.
So does that bothers you?
It does, because at worst case scenario, I send it off the consignment at DC Sports or PC Sports or anything like that, and I get 92% on a card. But like people offering me 70% comps on a card, very liquid QB card that just sold for $600, it's not going to make the cut.
So here's the deal. I think there's a difference in offering 70% comp
on a low end, but also
a non-liquid card.
Yes. But like if it's a Joe Burrow numbered rookie that's raw and has a chance at a 10 and you're offering me 70% on it, won't get it done.
Yeah. So why do you think people are offering that?
Because remember if y'all watched our video of how flippers would be at the National, I paid to fly here. I have to grade it. It's that kind of thing where, I'm going to have to pay to grade it. I have to pay to ship it. So it's like, I need to get some more room because I'm going to grade it and all this stuff. And
one of the things that I will say is the most unprofessional thing that someone could say to me is that doesn't leave me room.
Yeah, that's
right. So that basically is the assumption that it's our responsibility to leave a buyer room on a card.
Yeah.
Right. Now, That is the understanding if we're going to be flipping these cards to sell them in inventory. So
Yeah.
there are times when I'm okay with that,
Yeah.
right? But this kind of thing that's existing in the hobby where people like expect that sellers are supposed to leave the next guy room, if everybody had that mentality, card values would never go up.
Oh, they would never go up. They drop heavily. There'd be another 20.
It would ultimately destroy the market.
Yes, it would be a 2020, except the entire market would just crash.
So the idea of paying comps ultimately, foundationally, has to be rooted in the fact that people actually want to collect these cards.
Yes, and that's where I saw somebody post, and they said on these Bowman cards, a lot of these Bowman players have people have a PC of these players, so there's always going to be an end user. But in these liquid Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence cards, if you're PCing high-end Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence, most likely you're going to be looking for one-of-ones or high-end stuff. So these $1,000 to $5,000 cards, there's no end user. So I mean, there's going to be one point where you can't flip it again.
Yeah, so I think the big principle here is it's dangerous if we're always looking to pay low comp, because it basically says that there's not an end user for these cards. There's no collectors. And one of the things that I've told you from the beginning is to have a PC, to have something you want to hold. Now, we have a little PC shelf back here. This is kind of Dad's PC shelf. This is kind of our personal PC shelf. That doesn't mean I wouldn't sell things in my PC, but these are cards we went after. These are cards we paid strong for. And so I think it adds value.
I would like to make an example, actually. So this card, Jalen Waddle cracked ice, BGS 95, jersey number. So it was on eBay auction. The last one did in the 500 range, and we knew his jersey number, and we came out and we said, we're going to pay strong for this because we want a Jalen Waddle cracked ice and jersey number. So there's not another Jalen Waddle cracked ice jersey number out there, right? Yep. We paid strong, and it turned out good because it graded to 9.5, and it's most likely probably 3x what we paid for it.
Yep. So there's I think one of the things that I've learned is when you pay strong, it shows professionalism to me, and it also shows this idea that you value the card for what it's worth.
People that pay strong to us, we go back to them again and give them better deals. So like somebody that paid a strong on one card, like, but you paid a strong on the last one. We'll cut you a deal on this one. But if you offer us 70% on card, we don't want to sell to you again. We're just saying like.
One of the things too is like you start to recognize people that value cards and they know card values, and you do easy deals with them, and you want to go back and do deals with them again. And so it really is kind of a call, speaking to us too. It's like we pay strong. Like I can say we pay strong.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially on cards we want. And we especially
on Bowman. If you have a good Bowman prospect and you want to sell, we're paying strong for it. DMS on Instagram.
Yeah. So but I'm saying is I want to help create a culture of people that are willing to pay strong on cards. But I think it also has a lot to do with like the market knowledge of like where the market's going and understanding the market. Because if it's off season and a guy's declining, like don't pay full comp.
I would say
be willing to save.
I would say every single card on our PC shelf, we probably paid over 90% comps for. Like if we traded for it, or like 90%, like we paid a good amount strong for that card because we wanted it. And I think those cards have gone up in value since we got it. So
I think it's a fine line. I think that ultimately, and we'll wrap up with this. I think that there are times when you can pay below comps, and especially if somebody's willing to sell below comps and everybody's agreeable on that. But when it comes to like the highest, hottest liquid players, raw, it's like, hey, bro, buying raw, clean stuff to grade,
65. I literally saw a post yesterday. Buying clean raw, 200 to 1,000, only liquid, hot QBs, numbered downtowns, rookies only. 65 to 70%.
Yeah. And here's the deal. If you want to do that and that's your MO, go for it. There will be guys that hit those cards in breaks that will sell to you at 65 to 75%. Yeah. But for the collector and for the hobbyist, I really think that folks are getting tired of that kind of mentality and that time that it's time for like an elevated, professionalism to come into the hobby. It's like, I'll say this. When I was in kind of service industry and business, when I had my insurance company, I read a report one time about the guy that started Ritz-Carlton. And Ritz-Carlton, one of the greatest brands in the world, he said they had an idea, and the idea was ladies and gentlemen doing business with ladies and gentlemen. And it was about like an elevated sense of respect and honor among, this people that they were serving and they were entertaining in the hotels and so forth. And so I like that mindset in the hobby. Ladies and gentlemen, doing business with ladies and gentlemen, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not low ballers dealing with low ballers. We're not scammers dealing with scammers, right? It's like, hey, elevate the personality of the hobby and be professional. You know what I mean? Because these are ultimately like pieces of art that
They're pieces of cardboard with grown men face on it.
But I'm saying, there's an art to it, right?
It really is.
It's like, and when you have that kind of respect for the card and respect for the hobby, it just honors the hobby. So anyway, that's it. That's our kind of 2 cents. We need to actually have a segment. We call this like Ham House 2 cents or whatever, because people might not want to listen to this crap. Us talk about this, but anyway, hopefully it's helpful.
Yeah.
So that's saying we're going to wrap up today, Matthew. Heading into college football season. Don't forget about the stickers, but heading into college football season.
Yeah.
Ham House College Game Day. We started Ham House College Game Day
4 years ago, 5 years ago, probably.
at least 5 years ago.
Really?
You were probably 7 or 8 years old.
Okay, I think 5 years ago.
And you were loving college football. You wanted to talk about college football. And so we turned on a camera and started treating it as if it was our spiel on College Game Day. So we're going to be launching Ham House College Game Day. There's going to be a little segment here that you kind of see a video clip about what to expect. But we're going to add elements into Ham House College Game Day. Maybe it's the card of the week. It's the player of the week. It's going to be
player of last week, fantasy, like that kind of stuff.
It'll be this and that segments. It'll be money line segments and all this kind of stuff. So just stay tuned for Ham House College Game Day. We're going to make it fun. And we're trying to keep these kind of longer form videos to like 20 minutes long, and maybe almost like a Dude Perfect overtime kind of video. That's what we're trying to do here. But anyway, we appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for watching Ham House Sports.
Peace.